We've shared story after story on DelmarvaLife of people whose lives have changed after suffering a heart attack. This man right here is one of them. You may recall when Mike Hall joined us on the couches to talk about what he went through after suffering a heart attack known as the Widowmaker. The scare prompted Mike to completely change his lifestyle, and today, he's doing great. And it was just recently Pete Roskovich from Black Diamond Catering and Adams Ribs also suffered a heart attack known as Widowmaker. He was skiing in Colorado, and from our understanding, Pete is also on the mend. Now, you just never know. Nobody is immune. But here's a question for you. If you felt like you were having a heart attack, what would you do? Well, for a lot of people, that answer is to hop in the car and drive to the hospital. Well, this may surprise you. Don't do that. Here to tell us why is Lori Lee, a board member with the American Heart Association. Lori, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Okay, so the campaign that we are talking about is called Don't Drive Yourself, Call 911. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. It is an effort to get the message out. If you feel like you're having a heart attack or stroke-like symptoms, call 911. People don't realize you may think it's faster to get there, but as soon as you get the EMS personnel at your house, they can start treating you. And that is key to saving your heart muscle, to saving your brain capacity. That's the goal here.
Yeah, because every minute counts, every second counts.
Absolutely, and that is key. Not only are these people trained to help you the minute they get there, but they can provide care, and whatever happens from there to the hospital. And the other piece that a lot of people aren't aware of is that it allows them to call the hospital to let them know, let them get those specialized teams that care for strokes, potential strokes and heart attacks, to be ready the minute you come in the door to give you care that you need.
And you've heard from people who can attest that it really is important to call 911?
Absolutely. We have story and testimony after testimony. Part of this campaign was to have a celebration dinner to celebrate the EMS, the circle of people that help keep Sussex County healthy, and to take care of them in a dark time in their lives, but provide the care that they need. And it was really great to hear these stories and let the EMS, who often don't get the back side of the story, or the hospital personnel who don't get the front side of the story, to hear the difference that all of them working together had made for the health of our...
Let's talk a little bit about when we should call 911. What signs should we be looking for?
Well, as you've posted here on the TV screen, your heart attack symptoms, chest discomfort, that jaw pain that just won't go away. A lot of people want to wait and think it's maybe I'm just having indigestion. You hopefully know your numbers. Are you at risk? Do you have a family history of that? So no, to not wait. It's better to get it checked out and it not be something than to turn out for it to be serious.
Right, right.
The same thing with a stroke. If all of a sudden you have facial weakness on one side specifically, if your speech is slurred, all of a sudden I can't move one side of my body or the other. Those would be signs that you need to get to a hospital as soon as possible and get checked out.
And you need to call 911.
Absolutely. That is the way you want to get there.
Right. Okay, so this is not the first time you've been on the show raising awareness to this disease. What fuels your passion?
My involvement with the Heart Association years ago as a nurse was the story of my father and his heart problems throughout his life. His first heart attack was when he was working at DuPont and didn't know all the signs and symptoms, actually walked down to the infirmary. But with his last heart attack, pleased to say, again, my mom knew to call 911, that you needed the care that only those trained personnel can provide. And so in his memory and making sure that education's out there and people know and are educated and can share that with their friends and people that they care about has always been important to me.
All right, so don't drive, call 911.
Absolutely.
Very important, every second counts. Lori, thank you so much
for
coming on the show today. Now, Jimmy, you're up.